Lyft shares jump over 35%, retaining some gains after forecast error. Guys, this may be one of the funniest business stories of all time. So here we go. Lyft share closed up 35% on Wednesday, retaining some gains after the company said it made an error in a press release reporting its latest result, but still outperformed analyst estimates. A release initially said the company was forecasting a 500 basis point or 5% expansion of its adjustment earnings margin in 2024. The correct figure, the company clarified later, should have been 50 basis points or 0.5%. The CFO, Aaron Brewer, announced the correction during the firm's earnings call Tuesday. Lyft stock initially shot up more than 60% in extended trade after the report before cooling significantly on the correction. The company's full-year report, adjusted earnings before the interest, taxes, depreciation, EBITDA, swung from $416 million loss to $222 million profit. Rob, if you can pull up the stock on what it looked like, I'm going to turn this over to Tom. Go ahead, Tom.
Still staying up?
Well, this is snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. So the last 2 points you just made there, they had a $416 million loss. Now they have a $224 million profit. This should be a celebration that Lyft, who said, when we get big enough with enough volume, we're going to be profitable. And they delivered. They got there.
Yeah.
So the stock should have gone up on those good news. So they've got a really nice earnings report, really good news. And you send the CEO to the microphone. And how did we do it? I'll tell you how we do it. It was a 500 basis point expansion.
Is that illegal, Tom? Can you get in trouble for that?
You can get in massive trouble for this because in some places it's called pump and dump, where you put fake news out that's really good, and then the people that put the fake news out dump the stock when it jumps before the bad news comes out of what's real. That's called pump and dump.
Innocent vibes here, like it was innocent mistake.
I think this was an absolutely innocent mistake, and they went to the microphone about how embarrassed they were, and quickly. And remember, we're talking not days. Pump and dump is usually like a couple days where you put something fake out there, and then insiders are trading off, taking the win, and then the average investor gets screwed. That'll send you right to the Southern District of New York with the SEC and put you in prison, literally prison. This is just a couple hours later. Wait, sorry. It's only this. And apparently it was the CFO's fault. The CFO had a staff analyst, according to the other stories that came on that made the mistake and forwarded that stuff. CFO said, yep, that's good. It's Aaron Brewer. Hands it to the CEO. He goes to the microphone and makes the announcement.
How do you as a CEO not know the difference between 50 basis points and 500 basis points?
By the way, let's go there. What did we spend? Not we spend. What did you greenlight the spending of millions of dollars to build at PHP? Bamboo, which was an amazing dashboard that gave us up-to-the-minute insights on every statistic.
Yeah.
What numbers, as a management team, you insisted that we all were aware of it? What didn't we know? There's nothing we didn't know about.
That's what I'm saying. Like, for example, prior to a meeting like this, you're doing a quarterly call, you're meeting with your executives, you're having a conversation with them on what the numbers are like. Your CFO is spending time with you, and you don't know the difference between 50 basis points and 500 basis points?
Exactly. For the CEO and the CFO.
I don't know about that.
A little shady.
Not to go, wait a minute, can that be right? Did you say that?
Okay, let's just put shady, which I don't think it's shady.
Yeah.
2, it's sloppy and lack of communication. It just tells me you're not a How are you a guy running a company and not communicating with your CFO to know what your exact numbers are? How often do we talk at the beginning of the month to say, Tom, what's the EBITDA looking like? What are we looking like? What's the number looking like? It looks like we're going to end up with this. It's like we're going to end up with that.
Yeah.
And then you give me the final number. So imagine all of a sudden I do a call and I say, yeah, our EBITDA this month ended up being $72 million, one of the most incredible months we've ever had. Oh, we apologize. It was only $7.2 million. You don't make a 10-time mistake like that. So to me, a part of it feels a little bit sloppy. Mm-hmm. I want to say innocent, but this doesn't feel innocent to me.
Because whatever it was, it worked. You know what I mean? Look at that. But Tom, because it's staying up there, right? It's not
where the stock settled is the credit to now being a profitable company from unprofitable. Mm-hmm. Going from about $12.50 a share to about $16. That is a sign of they're up 25% there because now they're profitable. But the initial super spike that they got, that was because instantly people thought that they had just cured cancer, so it's dumb. It's really dumb because to Pat's point, how do you not look at something and just say to yourself, wait a minute, that can't be right? Well, if you know your numbers and you're really driving your company, that's going to be your first thing. Hey, Fred, can you check this? That just can't be right.
Well, speaking of dumb, shocker alert out there, guys. I've made this mistake before.
What'd you do?
But it was when I first started out in my financial career. I'm not the CFO of a Fortune 500 company, but this was 2008, and the recession had just kicked in, and I'm in the settlement game, and they start talking about basis points. And, dude, I can't even spell 401k at this point. I've been doing this for 17 years now. This is year 1.
Oh, man.
Okay? Possibly year 2. And they start talking about basis points. They're like, yeah, the cost of borrowing money and the credit crunch and everything going out there. And it looks like we're going to have to raise our price by 200 basis points. And I was like, holy shit, 200%? That's insane. I'm going back to my CEOs like that. They're going to raise the cost of the money by 200% is what's happening right now. He goes, what do you mean 200%? I go, yeah, he said 200 basis points. He goes, yeah, that's 2%, guy. I said, what? By the way, what's a basis point? I had no idea. Yeah. I guarantee you, on my word to God, you have no clue what a basis point is.
Absolutely not.
Thank you for confirming.
I'm going to go to Tom.
So
that's what I'm going to do.
100 basis points is 1%.
Gotcha.
So you just add 2 zeros to it. So if it's 50 basis points, it's a 0.5%.
The average person may ask, so why not just say 1%?
Yeah,
why do you have to say 100%?
Why? So why do they do that? Do you know?
Confusing. So that I don't know. So this type of stuff happens.
So what I'm saying is,
it's for the community of
all these
this community. It's not for you.
Yes, but
if you're part of this community, you know.
We have our traditions and our language.
That's true. The language of the wise.
All right, so let's go to the next story. Were you going to say anything else?
Well, I was just going to say, for a rookie salesperson to make that mistake,
it's cool.
Okay. For Vinny to not know what that is, I get it.
Fast.
That is going to get spicy.
That's
very fast.
Cuomo and Candace.
First time
CNC.
ever, Candace Owens and Chris Cuomo
Sick.
having a 3-hour conversation, not a 2-hour. We're going to touch up on so many different topics, issues. It's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining. We'll be making some announcements on that day as well. So here's my suggestion to you. If you're part of the text that, when I send you text and you find out before everybody else on any events that's going on, you already got this text and you're tuning in to see who it is. Now Candace and Chris Cuomo. You got VIP tickets. Rob, if we put the link, does that the QR code take it straight to it?
Correct.
Perfect. You got the VIP tickets where you get a chance to sit up front and hear all the exchange. Maybe even we'll go to the audience with the VIP ticket to ask a question pointed to Chris or Candace. And then you have all the other folks. The VIP also gets the chance to go to the cigar lounge with us in the back, have a cigar, sit down, have a conversation.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.